My name is Abhishek. I'm a legal intern at Lexis & Company. So today's my topic is Anuradha Bhasin versus Union of India. So before proceeding with the topic further, I request you please like, share and subscribe the channel LexClick. So in this case, Anuradha Bhasin, the editor of the Kashmir Times Srinagar edition, she argued the internet is essential for modern press, and by putting and shutting it down, the authorities forced print media to come to a grinding halt. Because of this, she had been unable to publish her newspaper since August 6, 2019. So let us discuss about the fact of this case. The issue starts with this security advisory issued by the Civil Secretariat, Home Department and Government of Jammu and Kashmir, stating to cut short their stay and make their safe arrangements to go back. Subsequently, educational institutions offices were also shut down until further orders. On August 4, 2019, the internet services, mobile connectivity and landline were shut down until further orders. On August 5, 2019, the constitutional order number 272 was passed by the President of India, applying all provisions of the Constitution of India to Jammu and Kashmir and stripped it from the special status enjoyed since 1954. On the same day, due to prevailing circumstances, the district magistrate passed the order restricting the movement and public gathering, apprehending breach of the section 144 of CRPC. Due to this, journalist movement was restricted, and this was challenged under Article 19 of the Constitution, which guarantees freedom of speech, expression and freedom to carry any trade or occupation. So in this context, the Supreme Court legality of the internet shutdown and movement restriction were challenged under Article 32 of the Constitution. So let us come to the issues which are raised in this case. The first one is whether the government can claim exemption from producing all the orders passed under Section 144 CRPC and other orders under the suspension rule. Second issue is that whether the freedom of speech and expression and freedom to practice any profession or to carry on any occupation, trade or business over the internet is a part of fundamental right which are guaranteed under Part 3 of the Constitution. So the third issue is that whether the government action prohibiting internet access is valid, and fourth one is whether the imposition of restriction under Section 144 CRPCs were valid. So, and whether the freedom of press of the petitioner in this case of 2019 was violated due to the restrictions. So in this case, the court passed a number of judgments which left a ray of hope to betterment of this area. To summarize this whole case, the court held that the government cannot claim any exemption from producing any order before the court passed under Section 144 of CRPC, and whether the government can claim the exemption or it is a matter of fact which is to be decided by the court in every case according to the facts and circumstances. Further, the court said that nowadays the internet has become an essential part of everyday life, and thereby freedom of speech and expression and freedom to practice any profession or to carry any occupation, trade or business over the internet is part of fundamental right under Part 3 of the Constitution. Moreover, the court held that the prohibiting internet access is valid, but there must be there must be unavoidable circumstances. Otherwise, the order passed will cease to exist. And there can be imposition of restriction under Section 144 of CRPC on apprehension of danger, but it cannot be suppressed legitimate opinion on public, and repetitive order on restriction lead to abusive power. In the last issue, the court does not indulge in the matter as petitioner has resumed the publication, but it said that as a responsible government, freedom of press should be taken care of. With regard to issue first of the court directed the state to present all the orders which led to the imposition of Section 144 CRPC and banned on telecom services including internet. And we can say that this direction of the court is justified because such imposition and ban affect the fundamental right of the people. So the people have the right to know that on which grounds such impositions and bans are applied. The court also said that the rest of the proportionality should be satisfied so that there isn't any violation of natural justice. The court has also allowed to impose complete prohibition on freedom of speech and expression which can be misused by the government to suppress any voices which reasonably question the action of the government. The court said that and further the court said that that per power under section 144 CRPC says that even if there is an apprehension of danger, then also the said section can be imposed. So however, this power can be misused by the government or the state for their benefit, and as in they can impose this section whenever it is suiting their needs or aspiration without their actual apprehension. So there should be no authority which can check the power of the government without being biased and with neutrality over the issue. So this case can be a ray of hope in darkness, as the court held in this case freedom of speech and expression over the internet is fundamental right. So in future the court in subsequent cases might hold the right to use the internet is a fundamental right. And in my view, because the world is a global village and not being able to use internet is clearly depriving individuals of various new opportunities, information and many such things, the internet shutdown puts halt to the quick functioning of various necessities which emerges as a hindrance in the growth of the state. And therefore it can be said that with the passage of time the doctrine held this case will age well and can be used more judicially to render justice. To cite Robert Browning's poem Rabbi Ben Ezra, the doctrine may yet come grow older with me. The best is yet to come. So that's it.